be a very good way to deal with it. The other thing we could do, as we've done in the past, where she just puts bills payables and emails them to you and we get a consensus. But I get a little nervous about it, you know, did everybody really read it? Did everybody look at it? Having a vote on the record, so, till later. So let me know your thoughts.
Linda?
Yeah.
Our meeting needs an ordinance. Don't we approve them? So if we are going to approve this or change it.
Yeah, use your mic so it gets on the recording, sorry.
If we are going to change this, we need to change the ordinance.
No, only if we're going to make it a permanent change, which that's not at all what I'm suggesting. I don't think we want to go to that drastic. I'm not saying, I'm really hoping that there's a need to have 2 meetings a month.
So
I am just saying, proposing that, given what's up ahead and what we need to work on, do we want to say at the May meeting, we're going to vote and say, we're only going to meet once, June, July, and August. We're going to authorize the clerk to cancel one of those meetings in those 3 months. And then we will determine later on, if it's September, we're ready to go back to 2 a month.
Okay.
That's what I'm proposing.
So not a permanent change to.
No, not a permanent change whatsoever. Believe me, I would love to say that we are busy and we need to meet twice a month. But I have to tell you, quite frankly, the last few months, we really haven't had that much. I don't know to say that it's been worth the time and effort of preparing a second packet, in all honesty. In May, as you know, the second meeting in May, we're going to do an exercise, which I feel is going to be very valuable. Otherwise, if that wasn't the case, I don't know that that meeting would be necessary. So, probably want to mull it over. It's just an experiment, you know. And then, like I said, in September we can go back. I'm certainly not proposing we change any ordinance at this time. I'm hoping in September we can say things are looking up, things are good. Any additional thoughts or comments? Okay. All right. Are there any standing committee announcements?
I have a quick one.
Yeah.
All of the trustees were given a new report that Kelly has developed, and I explained at the last board meeting. I'll just refer to it as the detailed budget. And we don't need to talk about dollar amounts because that has been approved already. But what I asked is if you take a look at the layout of the report, if there's something more you're looking for, something less, some tweakings, Kelly asked that you get that info to her by the end of the month. I don't know if anybody wants to share any thoughts at this point, so I can kick them around or anything. If not, that's fine too.
I'd just like to report on the village hosted a citizen workshop last Saturday, and I haven't got the exact number of how many people we processed, but from 9 to noon it was busy. It was very well organized. The people that ran it have done it before in various places around the county, and they were most appreciative with our layout and the space that we offered them. They were very considerate. They wanted to put everything back the way we wanted it. They cleaned up every single thing, and I said that I'm sure that we would be willing to work with them in the future. I'm just taking a guess that maybe we processed 50 people, but it was very interesting. They had to sign in, they had to see attorneys to go over the legal parts of the application, and then the volunteers helped fill out the application with them. And everyone, all of the applicants were very appreciative of our help, and it was a very successful Saturday. So I just wanted to let everybody know. Thank you for letting us use the facility.
And I've gotten several comments and thank yous about the fact that Hainesville did this. So thank you for bringing the opportunity to us, Georgianne. And also, earlier this evening, I was in our Walgreens, and I was approached by the photo manager, and I told her that I would be at the board meeting tonight and I would say something, because I guess they were going over there for photos. They need a photo for they're getting a passport for part of the process. And so the photo manager said, if we do this again, to give them a heads up, and they will work something out with us so that it will flow better.
Oh, okay.
Okay, or, you know, make it easier for everyone involved, and see if there's anything else they can do to just make the event special.
And I was remiss in not getting in touch with Daily Herald, but I think the next time we do it, I will, because I think that it's important that the Lake County community knows what Hainesville's doing and what this organization is doing.
Do you have a photo? Does anybody have a photo?
I don't think any photos were taken, but we can either do them ourselves or they'll bring a photographer with it.
Because it's not too late. What you could do is you could write up a brief press release.
Yeah,
You
I
could send it
might
out.
do that, and I want to talk with them first to make sure it's
Yeah,
okay.
it's okay. All right, very good. Any other standing committee announcements?
I just want to let everyone know we are already up to $8,600 in Hainesville Fest sponsorship. And that is just the first round of letters to past sponsors. Everybody has either maintained or gone up this year. So we are putting together our second round of letters to all the new, hopefully new sponsors that we will get this year. And we are getting ever close to paying for itself again this year. So I'm very excited about that.
That's great.
It is, it's exciting. Thank you. Okay, if there's no other announcements, we'll move on to business. Item number 1 is a motion to approve village staff compensation increases effective May 1st, 2012. And of course, this was accommodated for in the budget we just approved.
Correct. So moved. Second.
Any discussion?
Yes.
You're
I
right.
appreciate the hard work and the effort and the attitude and everything of our staff. And this is no reflection on them personally or as a group. However, I don't feel that the economy has improved at all, actually, but certainly not enough to justify this increase. I know that dollar-wise, it's not that much. We also have it in the budget. I just don't think it looks good when there are so many people with their homes in foreclosure that are unemployed, and we're giving a 3% raise. I recommended at the most a 1.5% raise. The finance committee wanted to do the 3%, but I also wanted to express my opinion, and however you vote is however you vote, but I just thought that this was not the time to give that kind of a raise.
Keeping in mind that I think it was last year that we gave the 1.5%, and the year before that, when the economy was truly like in the bottom of where it was, that we gave absolutely no raise. My opinion is that this year a 3% raise is absolutely adequate and does not come out to be all that much money. And given what the staff does for us and the fact that we don't pay for a village manager, which would be a significant cost to the village, I believe what amounts to be $7,000 approximately for the entire year, we're getting a bargain at twice the price. So that's my opinion.
Are there any other comments? All right, I'm going to throw my 2 cents in as mayor. I do hear where you're coming from, Trustee Duberstein, and I do think 3% sounds high when you say percentage and think of the business world. But when you go down the list of employees, some of which are seasonal help, if they all worked the same amount of hours as last year, and it should be more than that, possibly could be less, The total cost to the village is $7,002.28. And I'm proud to say that as challenges as the economy is, I think we've done an excellent job of being very conservative and continuing to be conservative. And I am not only pleased with the staff, I will tell you, for the amount of hours that I put in here, and as you know, I've served as mayor in the past, the biggest comparison that I have of what's different between those two times, and you say, well, that's a reason to give a raise or not, but as far as working with the residents and the businesses in town, the issues that we deal with or try to help these residents with is nothing you can write into a job description, with people losing their homes and trying to work creatively with payment plans on utility bills. And our staff is very patient. They also take their fair share of abuse. You always get that when you're in the public sector, but there are people who are angry and are hurt, and they will take it out on anybody they can. And we're the first level of government that they can kick. And if they can blame us for the fact that they're unemployed, they do. And I get it. I wish I could do more to help them with their employment. That isn't fully my role. It is my role to speak up to higher government, and as I did at this Route 53-120. So for what it's worth, I do feel that when it's explained what amount of money we're talking about, and that they did get a raise at all, and that it was 1.5%, I'm comfortable with it.
We also need to remember that other than a small portion of their salary that goes to IMRF, our employees have no benefits. They get a very, very small stipend, monthly stipend for health, but that doesn't come anywhere near paying for the health insurance. So I think the 3% is well deserved, and not at $7,000 for everyone's raise. It's an expense we can easily afford.
You can't even touch medical insurance for employees in a group plan, because when we had the police department, the mayor and I looked at health insurance through the top broker in Chicago, and it would cost an average of $20,000 to $22,000, I believe the numbers were, when we had the police department just to put. And that's just the village's contribution. That's not even the employee's contribution. So I don't have a problem with 3%, but we do have to take a look at, making sure that we're also competitive with other communities within our area. Otherwise, there can always be what's, employee poaching. And the Illinois Municipal League magazine just had an article last month before last on employee poaching, and okay, so you want to keep your employees happy from the standpoint that they aren't going to throw you under a bus for $1 an hour. So that's my thoughts on it. I'm not crazy about giving raises, but we have to do that right now as long as we have the cash available to take care of our employees, because they have been really good to us. And just like Jared mentioned, the sheer cost of insurance would be an additional $100,000 a year for the village to put insurance on the employees in the office. That's my thoughts.
Also state before we call the roll, Gary Monkington did want to share that he is in support of the 3% raise for the employees. He's not present tonight, so he won't be allowed to vote, but I just talked to Gary and he wanted me to state that for the record. All right, if there's no further comments, we'll call the roll.
Trustees Duranowski.
Aye.
Kreese.
Aye.
Duberstein.
Nay.
Barrett.
Aye.
Daly.
Aye.
Motion carried.
Okay, we're going to move on to item 2, the last item, continuing the discussion of the paint color options for the water tower. We're not taking a vote tonight, but we would really like to narrow down what the final option or options are, And then Manhart will get some more information on the actual pay cost and if there's any further recommendation.